Welcome back. I told you guys I was gonna do it yesterday, but again I was sick yesterday and I had to go meet with my stockbroker because I am investing in some stock. So I didn't do it yesterday, and then promise I get it done today because tomorrow's due Behind the Curtain episode 8. So then we back on track because again I'm not sick and then I don't have other things I have to do outside of YouTube with work and stuff related. So promised I'd get it up before tomorrow because I do number 8, and number 8 is gonna be another jam-packed episode. So let's just get right into it. I mean, tomorrow we'll break down the weekend WWE, which I already went back and watched Raw, SmackDown, NXT was freaking amazing last night as always. But let's just go ahead and get right into it for part 2 and 3, episode 7. We got a couple more topics here to talk about. So let's just go ahead and get to what I was going to do originally, number 1, to break it down. Let's go ahead and get on to the Brock Lesnar news. Dun 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 dun. Let it load up. Okay, Brock Lesnar reportedly won't be at Money in the Bank either, which you guys already can figure it out on Raw. With them building up the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, you see Roman Reigns is going to be facing Jinder Mahal probably when you see it. So, Brock Lesnar will not be at Money in the Bank. Let's go ahead and get down to this article. And again, you guys asking where I get my articles from, I get them from mostly Cage Side Seats and PW Mania, which I get most of my stuff from. But if I see something else on Twitter that I usually would, like NoDQ.com or a Slice Spread Wrestling or Receipts, which don't trust those people, but just to get into fake news. But let's go and get into it. Brock Lesnar probably will not be at Money in the Bank either, okay? So, as we see on Raw, Brock Lesnar has not been advertised for Money in the Bank, and you can see he's not being built up for Money in the Bank, okay? So the Beast Incarnate next Universal Championship defense might be further away than we thought. Reports and the limits of what seem reasonable, even in a scripted environment where one man has final say and millions of fans go along with it. Even as many of them complain, noisily pointed to Brock Lesnar. What do you want, ESPN? This better be freaking important. Interrupt me recording. Not important. Okay. June 17th, Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Whether Brock would be there or will not be there. Was he going to face Roman Reigns or Braun Strowman? Allegedly hasn't even been decided, but it's been decided. Again, this is dated May 8th. This was from last week. So, allegedly, the UFC former champion and WWE champion will not be at Money in the Bank, reported by Dave Meltzer. So, Dave Meltzer's on his radio. This Lesnar is not wrestling at Money in the Bank. For what it's worth, I don't know when he's going to wrestle again. I thought it would make sense after the Greatest Royal Rumble because obviously he's going to wrestle again. That would be the show, but in fact it's not the show, so he's doing another show. He might have agreed to a deal until SummerSlam or maybe the July show, which is Extreme Rules. So and then they're breaking down more stuff if he brought get back to Octagon. So let's just break down this. Even if he decides to not re-enter the USDA testing pool for a return to the Octagon, unless Lesnar is embarking on a Bruno Sammartino-like run with the belt, you have to think he makes an appearance at Extreme Rules in July, or he won't show up until SummerSlam to drop the belt to either Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, or whoever the Money in the Bank person is. But we don't even know when he'll be on Raw. He's not advertised for the European tour, which has started last week. So it won't be next Monday, which was this week. He wasn't there in UK. And no one can agree on when the specifics of what Lesnar deal is, except for Vince McMahon knows. So we wait until right now. We just got to enjoy Seth Rollins' opening challenge series, which I totally agree. Because this is a problem with Brock Lesnar have kept in the belt. This is what I said. Vince should have gave the belt to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. You were not going to feature Brock Lesnar, which we're seeing. You're not featuring him. Besides the Greatest Royal Rumble, he's done nothing. Get the belt off of him. You could have gave it. Listen here. Much as we hate Roman Reigns, I think we all agree. At this point, we'd rather have the belt on Roman Reigns. As much as we said we hate Roman Reigns, at this point, I'd rather him have the belt right now because this is so pointless. The only thing he's doing right now, is pushing Seth Rollins. Which this is the spot Seth Rollins should have been in all along when he came back from that knee injury. But of course, he had to turn him heel because they were going to push Roman Reigns. But this is the spot that Seth Rollins should have been in when he got back from that knee injury. So this is the only good thing about Brock Lesnar keeping the belt is Seth Rollins is finally getting the push that he rightfully deserved. Which it's the only good thing out of it. But I don't know what they're going to do with Brock Lesnar. And the problem is right now, Braun Strowman, which we'll get into for tomorrow. I'll talk about it too. Him being in this, again, WrestleMania, he said he did not want a tag team partner. He didn't want a tag team partner. He was like, I can do it on my own. What is Braun Strowman been doing the last 4 or 5 weeks on Raw? Tagging with Finn Balor, tagging with Bobby Lashley, again with Bobby Lashley, tagging with a 6-man tag team match. I'm like, this is so stupid. Push Braun Strowman. Know what they could do? Just say Braun Strowman wants to challenge the winner at SummerSlam. Whoever the champion is, he wants to challenge the winner at SummerSlam. Build Braun Strowman up to SummerSlam. Because at this rate, you're doing nothing with Braun Strowman. This is why the belt should be in Roman Reigns. Or the Greatest Royal Rumble event should have said the winner of the event gets a title shot at SummerSlam, so we should know, okay, Braun Strowman will be challenging whoever at SummerSlam. We at least would know that. But having this stupid event mean nothing, you wasted Braun Strowman. He's doing absolutely nothing. What you're going to end up doing, you're going to end up killing Braun Strowman. Because people are like, okay, he's doing the same thing over and over and over again. Okay, this is getting boring. It's getting boring. Just have Braun Strowman. Well, he's in the Money in the Bank ladder match. I forgot about that. He's in the Money in the Bank ladder match. But after that, because I don't see Braun Strowman winning the Money in the Bank ladder match. Again, I see The Miz winning it. That's my pick right now. Is The Miz to win the Money in the Bank ladder match? That's the only person I'm picking right now. Yeah, Rusev's in there. We had Finn Balor's in there. Even though Finn Balor could use a damn briefcase really, really, really bad, The Miz is going to win it, in my opinion. So, but let's get Brock Lesnar on TV. Get him on TV so he can drop the belt. I don't care who it is. I don't care if Jinder Mahal won the damn fucking belt at this point. I don't care. Just get the man on TV so he can drop the belt. He can go do his UFC thing. And that's it. Okay? Let's get into the next topic here. Let it load up real quick. Load. Okay. Spoiler. Reason why one NXT superstar was not called up, which is Nikki Cross. Again, if you guys don't want spoilers, Nikki Cross will be facing... Oh, okay. My bad. If you don't want spoilers, fast forward the video. Okay? Nikki Cross was not called up because she's going to be facing Shayna Baszler at NXT Chicago, which makes perfect sense because Shayna Baszler needs somebody to face right now. Even though I love Kairi Sane, but she's not ready yet. She'll get the belt soon, but she's not ready yet. So, reason why Nikki Cross was not called up to the main roster, let's break it down real quick, people. WWE was in Winter Park, Florida, at Full Sail University. Oh, Winter Park is where Full Sail is at? That's about like an hour from me, man. Was in Winter Park at Full Sail University on Wednesday night for NXT tapings. At the taping, it appeared that WWE is building towards Shayna Baszler versus Nikki Cross match for NXT Women's title at the coming NXT Chicago event. Thus, this would explain why Cross was not called up with the main roster with Sanity, which, again, I told you guys in the past. This is the reason why I remember when Enzo, which you got news with Enzo, we'll break down our Enzo news tomorrow too. This is the reason why I remember when Enzo and Big Cass came up and they're like, oh, where's Carmella? Where's Carmella? Because Triple H wanted to keep her down there, continue to work on her wrestling ability and her promo ability, and you see where she's at now. She's a SmackDown Women's Champion. So again, I felt no problem with Nikki Cross not being called because again, Sandy's not even debuted yet either. They have not even debuted yet either, which I guess they're going to debut at Money in the Bank or something. Who knows? But they're keeping them off TV for right now, which you see what happened with Authors of Pain, right? Authors of Pain debuted and have not been on TV for the past 3 weeks. So Triple H likes to make smart decisions. He's like, okay, if you're not going to debut Sandy, let me keep using Nikki Cross right now, okay? Then when you debut Sandy, maybe you bring up Nikki Cross when you debut Sandy. So, but it'll be a good match for Shayna Baszler. I think these two can have a very, very, very hard-hitting match at NXT Chicago, which it's going to be a good takeover, but it's not going to be better than New Orleans. I mean, come on. New Orleans is probably one of the greatest events, WWE, NXT, whatever you want to call it, greatest events of all time. That show was freaking amazing. It was amazing. So that's why Nikki Cross is not debuted with Sanity. Or that's why Sandy's not debuted either. At this point. Let's go ahead and go to the next segment, which was going to be UFC and ESPN deal. Because the ESPN UFC deal, which we're going to talk about right now, has a very effect on what we'll talk about tomorrow, which the SmackDown not being renewed will not be renewed on USA Network. So, UFC and ESPN announces a new streaming deal. What does it mean for WWE? Let's break that down real quick. Well, it's not the mega deal, which has been rumored or reported, which would potentially tell us a lot about WWE's next television contract. The groundbreaking agreement for UFC and ESPN announcement on Tuesday, May 8th is still worth nothing as fans wait to find out where they're tuned in for Raw and SmackDown. Okay, just to break this down real quick. Again, SmackDown is not going to be renewed for USA Network. So right now they've been discussed for Fox or CW, which will break that down tomorrow. That's because the deal, which will see 15 live events and a handful of other programming heading to a subscription-based streaming ESPN Plus, which again, if you have the ESPN app, you can go on right on there. It's like $4 a month, where you can watch other games that are not like televised on ESPN or ESPN2. Those are games that you can get on there. Like, for example, Kobe Bryant's doing a breakdown he's doing a breakdown of every he's doing a breakdown of one playoff game. So like right now, he just broke down Jason Tatum's game from game 1 from the Celtics Cavs, which is $4 a month, which is not a big deal, but to see stuff like, it's like a full podcast breakdown from Kobe Bryant. But you get other stuff like, you can get some baseball games on there too, which is pretty cool. But again, I have watched ESPN, which is the only I watch. I don't care about other college-based basketball or baseball games, but that's what the ESPN Plus service will be. So, lines up which reports which will put the fee portion of mixed martial arts promotion offering on one of the 2 broadcasting reports bidding on what Vince McMahon and company programming. An ESPN deal has been an element of 2 separate stories about UFC contract, which will made the rounds in April. A rumor from sport gossip blogger Therese Owens said NBC and Disney owner Sports Network would team up with broadcasting the company's shows, while a report from various said Fox and ESPN would partner on UFC. The official unveiling of the ESPN portion of the UFC next package points to one of these 2 big right. Which companies partnering with Disney is the missing piece. That has been numerous reports, including Fox interest in WWE, which you know about that, and the latest rumors say NBC is the front runner to keep Raw. Well, let's just cancel that SmackDown out right now, because let's cancel it out, because yesterday it came out. It seems unlikely UFC and WWE will end up on the same channel, family of channels. So, which is true. Let's just look down at the deals report. Looking at what this could mean regarding the WWE next contract, SBD reports ESPN will pay $150 million per year over 5 years. Wow, so freaking amazing. $150 million for 5 years for 10 to 15 fight card shows like Dana White's Contender Series and exclusive rights to digitally offered UFC pay-per-view events. So I guess you can pay for that. If you pay for ESPN Plus, which is like a network, remember, like you pay for the network, $9 a month to get the pay-per-view. I guess that's what they're going to do with that. That lines up with virtual reports that ESPN would pay $120 million to $180 million per year, which said Fox would offer a little more than $200 million for broadcasting prices. Well, WWE was said to be hoping for more than $400 million pay-per-view. $400 million per year for the next deal, which they hope. Okay, we'll talk about this a little bit now because we're going to talk about it tomorrow. Okay, so WWE's looking for $400 million for next contract agreement. Okay, USA Network said, we're not keeping SmackDown. We're not keeping SmackDown. We're going to keep Raw, but we're not going to keep SmackDown. So where are they going to... Well, I guess they're going to get $400 million. Unless they're going to think NBC's going to pay $200 million for Raw. Unless they say Fox pays $200 million for SmackDown. Well, right now, if I'm the networks, SmackDown's going to be the better show anyway. So I'm paying for SmackDown right now. So it is what it is. It's a good deal for UFC. What does it do for WWE? I guess, again, tomorrow we'll break down what the networks are for SmackDown, which is, again, CW, Fox right now, NBC Sports was a report that came out today, but we'll break it down tomorrow, guys. So let's go and get into, we got 2 more topics here, and then we'll be done. So update on Chris Jericho. Update on Chris Jericho being pulled from the casket match at the WWE's Greatest Royal Rumble event. More details on Chris Jericho being pulled from his casket match with The Undertaker at the WWE's Greatest Royal Rumble event has surfaced online. Dave Meltzer reported the latest edition of Wrestling Observer newsletter that Rusev was originally... We already know that Rusev was originally scheduled to face Undertaker. This led to Jericho telling WWE Chairman Vince McMahon that he was going to... I don't know how... Let's just put... He was going to Japan to shoot another angle with New Japan for his upcoming match with Naito at Dominion. A few hours later, Jericho was told that the Prince of Saudi Arabia asked for Rusev in the match instead of him, so they were taking him out and putting him in the Royal Rumble match. Okay, so this king, or what we call it, the Prince, didn't want Jericho, he wanted Rusev. Listen here. Undertaker looked okay in the match. Rusev did okay. Jericho looked fat in the Royal Rumble match. He looked, like he said, he's drinking a lot of beer on his tour with his Fozzy. So he's drinking a lot of beer. So we can see where Jericho's getting that beer belly from. But I mean, it is what it is, man. Again, the Greatest Rumble event was just for money. It is what it is. It was a house show with nice staging. That's what it was. That's what it was. That's all it was. A house show with nice staging. Okay? Jericho being pulled from the match and having Rusev face him is what it is. Did nothing for me. Okay. Last topic here. Samoa Joe explains why the WWE rating the indies for talent is great. It's a great idea. The best thing about Samoa Joe is that you always know what he is thinking. When Joe says something, he means it. And there is no need to search for deeper subtext. In 2018, Joe was very happy to be employed by WWE. Spending 15 years on independent wrestling scene and working for TNA, Joe has seen what life outside the confines of the WWE really looks like, from perspective of some hustling to making a career out of it. In a new interview with Pop Culture, Joe addressed a problem that pro wrestlers, companies, has brought up on several occasions. Has the WWE massive main NXT roster taking too much talent away from indies? Well, we'll talk about All In tomorrow. I think All In's doing pretty damn good, okay? Joe has an opinion on taking talents from indies and putting on WWE. Is it a great idea? Let's see what Joe has to say. Hey, you know whose fault it is that your favorite wrestler got bought out of the company he was working for because they were too cheap to pay him what he was worth. So he should get paid what he's worth. And if WWE comes and pays him what he's worth, that's on your sorry ass getting the money right and started paying these dudes. There are too many crazy talented dudes out there that aren't getting paid. And if you're having a problem with WWE making those dudes rich, you can kiss my ass. Because those dudes deserve to be rich. And because they're talented as hell. Again, that's what I agree with Joe. I mean, for example, as much as I hate what way Finn Balor's being used, I love Finn Balor, but I mean, if he's getting paid what he's getting paid deserves to be, and he loves what he's doing, it's what it is. Just like Zack Ryder. I mean, everybody can say, oh, Zack Ryder, Dolph Ziggler, who else has been there for a while? Zack Ryder, Dolph Ziggler. I'm trying to think of anybody else that's been there for a while that's not being used properly. Cesaro or Sheamus, you want to say it that way? I mean, if they like the check is being cut, they like the way their check's being cut. I mean, you can't tell them go somewhere else. I mean, Cody Rhodes is the only type of person where, again, he's still, I think him and his family are still getting paid for whatever Dusty's contract was in the company. Cody wanted to be used in a way that they didn't want to use him, so he left. I mean, not everybody can be Cody Rhodes. If everybody likes the way their check is being cut, you stay where you're at. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But if you don't like the way your check's being cut, if you believe what you can do is great outside the company, go do it. Don't let nobody hold you back. Don't let nobody hold you back. So I agree with where Samoa Joe's come from. I see where Cody Rhodes is coming from. But Samoa Joe makes the right point. I know this Kevin Owens got renewed a new 5-year contract last week. If he didn't like the way he was being used, he would not sign a new 5-year contract, would he? Okay. So I just want to keep this one short so we can get it up for you guys. So tomorrow we can go deep in for episode 8, part 1, which we have a lot of stuff to talk about. So don't forget to like the video, guys. Comment down below, subscribe. I'll catch you guys later here tonight for my Deadpool 2 review of Deadpool 2. And catch you guys here tomorrow for episode 8, part 1, which I'll be up early doing that tomorrow because it's a lot of stuff to talk about tomorrow. So catch you guys here tomorrow for episode 8, part 1. Don't forget to like the video. Comment down below, subscribe. Catch you guys back here for Deadpool 2 review.
Yeah. DJ The Real. The way we put this shit together, you know what I mean?